Genshin back live in the ओ मेरे रंग में रंगने वाले परी हो या परियों की रानी या हो तुम कहाँ मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो दो ओ मेरे रंग में रंगने वाली परी मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो दो ना ओ मेरे रंग में रंगने वाली परी परियों की रानी प्रेम कहाँ मेरे सवालों का
As you wish.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Someone needs assistance. Ad Astra.
अरे जा रहा है करूँ लेवल अप और तो कर दो लेवल अप इसको रखना है दबा लेते हैं अब अगर अपने मैं हैंड तो कर दे ही देता हूँ
Get it together, Layla. You've got to work hard. This was ordained by... Huh?
तो चाहिए ना या मुझे खरीदता हूँ राइट अरे गोली मिल गई थी वन विक्ट्री बनाना और बोलना लिनेट C1 क्या बात है गोली को तो वैसे भी यूज करने वाला हूँ मैं खोलो कॉन्स्टलेशन खोलो हाँ
You lead the way.
इसका C1 में क्या है तो C1 सही कैसे यार क्या था when enigmatic friends enigma trusts an opponent with shadow sign a vortex will be created at the opponent's position that will push nearby opponent in not too far. Shape को है कुछ जियो और टेंड्रो का कोई वो नहीं the vocal get book summoned by magic trip and just fired the very shot at the supernatural ओके अल्टीमेट में हेल्प करेगा ये ठीक है मुझे कॉन्स्टलेशन मिला है ना Join in the party and not on the field collision energy recharge into 20%. हाँ, मैं क्यों जाऊंगा ताकि जब कुछ पान कर सकता है तो
Yep, there's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us, as promised. Navia's such a good person. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then. Oh, come on! This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get... Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so... Yippee! Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up... Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also... no! Paimon just spends a...
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait,
A blonde Traveler and a chatty little fairy. Looks like I found the place. Good.
hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk...
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nourilette wishes to...
Nivelette? She wants to see us again already? Huh.
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Nourilette in...
If you say so, but... Paimon has a bad feeling about...
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
हाँ दरवाजा खुलता है
Over here!
पीछे में करके खड़ा है
Nivelette! We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just...
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next...
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help...
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide the situation. If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put... I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the...
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Ahem. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up,
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't know.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina? Lady Farina?
Oh, yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should think to make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Iudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, you don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Lenny did say that Father would... We didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to...
Could the knave be threatening threatening Lady...
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an arm?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can...
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to...
So this is what you wanted to see us about before...
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meripede and investigate Child's This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of...
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meripede is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile. The fortress of Meripede may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security. But we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our...
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright,
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's currents. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meripede's entrance on Erinius once you've prepared yourselves.
Prepared ourselves?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside...
Oh, right! Even though we'll be there on trumped-up charges, we'll be... On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff.
Now that's more like it! Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find! We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another...
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my...
ये कौन आता है यार, देखने के लिए कुछ बोलता ही नहीं और देखते रहते कौन हो भाई यार।
Paimon will have that, and that. Oh, and one of those too. No Fontaine, thank you. That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we're about to go to... Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived in Fond. But here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the fortress. Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once...
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the taste of a breaking story?
Hey! You can't hear a taste!
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and was planning to get some great material out of him. Calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. And as long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the Traveler, you might still be...
You know we can still hear you, Charlotte.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meripede. You didn't commit a crime, did you?
No way! We would never! We're just going there to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neuvillette told us to keep it a secret!
Huh? You're being arrested for that? Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable. Almost as offensive as committing...
You mean Paimon really did something that serious? Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Meripede, would you be...
About that,
it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant... On top of that, the Fortress of Meripede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically nobody. Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him.
you make it sound easy, but...
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
All right, you got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
Oh, Paimon's so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going. Wait. Paimon just said something.
मैं बस वो मत हो
Surprise!
ये तो वही कर रहा है जहाँ ये आवाज सुनाई दे रही है एनर्जी बढ़ी है क्या यार
Over here! Surprise!
पीछे की तरफ क्यों पड़ा रहता है हर टाइम आ रहे
All right, Neuvillette, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Meripede from Irenaeus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Whoa! So you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths. The Fortress of Meripede is not, but do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes Sometimes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives Paimon the...
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very...
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's the...
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any... The Duke rarely ever leaves the fortress of Meripede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware. So please... All right. It's about all the time that we have to talk privately.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
Good.
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of...
ठीक है
Are we already underwater now? Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood.
Over here!
Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts. I suppose he was concerned.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on good terms with the big shots like the Chief Justice.
Well, have you tried service with a smile? Who knows?
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some freak getting some kind of
Oh, she's got...
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Marette will...
Yep. I'll take it from here. Okay, let me see. You are the
That would be us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Let's see. Eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence 45.
Huh? Wait, you mean the cake that Nervalet gave us was...
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of causing some serious trouble. And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself. Now I've seen everything. Anyway, please stand in front of the board over there. I'll take your mug shots with my...
Oh, all right. But be sure to catch Paimon's good...
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to check.
Huh? Rebirth?
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Oh, okay. Paimon is Paimon.
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names.
So, are you one of the guards here? Did Paimon already ask?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me? This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Credit coupon?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. The next time, Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfilled. You want power? No problem.
So, credit coupons are a currency that can only be used here?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at... No matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. You have to start over. Everyone starts from the same place. And you have a chance at a new, less terrible... I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true... And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery now. It'll be the last chance you get for a while. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. It just stops feeling oppressive, you know? Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is gonna cost you.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait, no.
Almost there. It's down through here. Your turn to give it a try.
Step on up!
बिना नहीं लगता दिल मेरा बिना नहीं लगता दिल मेरा डोलना अब छड़ छावे तो ना मैनू छोड़ना.
So, we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like
बिना
a
नहीं
metaphor
लगता
for previous
दिल
life,
मेरा.
isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad. So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Meripede? Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh. Oh, right. We're on someone else's territory now. We need to think of a good way to act like criminals to get by. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us. Hey, don't scare Paimon. Oh.
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but you wouldn't have happened to anger someone important.
Someone important?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there by your...
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Well, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, when I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardamex come and waiting for me.
Wait! You know about our connection with Neuvillette?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are and as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here. Even if you're friends with the Chief Justice.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. How great it would have been if only the fortress...
My profuse apologies. I just got so nervous when I saw you.
So this is the Duke. He sure looks a lot younger than Paimon.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you. Ah, I see. In that case, I regret to announce that Deacon here has just missed...
I admit that I was only thinking about the coupons. I'm sorry to have disappointed you, Your Grace. I had no idea you two were big shots who were worthy of speaking with His Grace. Losing out on such a big opportunity because I couldn't see past my own nose.
Plenty of time ahead, Deacon. There'll be more opportunities. Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here. Deacon, if you would.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon can't fit. No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up with him.
Telephone weapons are locked. The telephone weapons are...
Surprise!
Restaurant भी है इधर.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined here at the fortress is...
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that?
Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves. But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meripede, it's better to not cause trouble for your... Now, we've arrived at a very important place. The Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim one welfare meal each day.
Welfare meal? You mean it doesn't cost anything?
That's right. Criminals are essential to fortress operations, so you must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to survive.
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost you credit coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you have to go to work hungry until you earn enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meat. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives. Nobody start.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of... But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live... If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. That would only make things more difficult for me. So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should say that everyone's hard work has improved the living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede.
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else as fair and reasonable.
Right! Paimon sees your point. By that logic, this place doesn't seem so bad after all. Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect the Duke because of his attitude, right?
Let's continue this way.
Yep, that's me. ऐसे ऊपर घुमाया फाइल छूट दिया है क्या बताओ पहले इधर मिलता गया वो यही बता वो इधर मिल इसके बाद अब वो नहीं है मेरे पास
This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough, so instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way...
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra coupons? Oh, what do you think, Traveler?
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
So, did you set this place up too?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the pros. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. Do you mind if we ask what they're used for?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you interested in...
Oh, no. Paimon was just wondering if that's how you paid for everyone's welfare meeting.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon has a talent!
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
करवा रहा है और लोहे में चलने का आवाज आ रहा
Your Grace. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's better.
My apologies.
Jeez. That guy's so nervous, he almost forgot to...
Sorry.
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meripede, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or...
The production zone? What does it
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons. If you have other skills, you can...
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place? And you're just telling us to our faces that it's okay to skip?
The fact that the Fortress of Meripede has continued operating completely autonomously is proof. As for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine. Therefore, the Fortress of Meripede is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences, but also a giant machine factory. There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand when you report for work tomorrow. Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
Oh!
Oh, you really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here, Your Grace. I thought maybe...
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace. Oh? Is something the matter?
It's nothing. Paimon's just worried.
Over here!
कौन न्यू कैरेक्टर हाइड्रो अभी कितना हाइड्रो क्रायो भाई लोगों के पास डेंड्रोल आ रहे हैं
Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a
अब
time like
पायरोल आ
this?
रहे हैं हाइड्रो क्रायो
Yourself, did you?
एनामोल आते हैं ना पायरोल आते
Fortunately
हैं
for you, but thank you for your
डेंड्रोल आते हैं
concern,
ना
Sage.
चियोल आते हैं
Then you must be here for those two.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sigewinne here is the Fortress of Meripede's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by myself down here.
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you could find the time to join us for...
Oh, then these two must be some important convicts.
Thank you. Your presence will be the pièce de résistance.
Oh, so the tour part is over now?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you just ask if you have any questions?
Well, this is our first time here.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal will help you think up some questions.
You should at least try to be excited. Our free meals are actually pretty good here.
Surprise!
वही तो
What do you think of the food? Does it meet your... Wow! It looks delicious! Nicolette made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede wasn't very good. Oh, isn't that the meal box that only super lucky people manage to draw?
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey, so you...
Oh, you mean the meals are... Yes, what you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's a distasteful little game that Paimon knew it! If criminals got to eat tasty food like this every meal, the crime rate...
Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? I've been wondering how he's doing.
He seems healthy no matter how you look at him, but he works so...
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Sijwing.
Oh, that's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news.
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
Hmm? But isn't the Fortress of Meropide independent from Fontaine's court system?
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Neuvillette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless. In light of that, I am quite willing to go out of my way to show respect and accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Neuvillette. But unfortunately, I can only do so until the end of this meal. After this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits.
Over here!
कितना ऊपर नीचे कर रहा है भाई
Step on up! Surprise!
The Traveler and Paimon, right? Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to do it. Don't make any extra Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot of things where even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, it seems that he was only... We are criminals, and Paimon did... Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or, yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we came here from the very beginning, and maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try..." Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Neuvillette empty-handed. And besides, the Duke said that he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Neuvillette, so we at least need to try. But Paimon hasn't gotten a clue where we should start our investigation. You mean... Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Paimon, unfortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Linny as just another inmate. We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison anyway! Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too! Huh? Oh, it's a card! It looks like a magician's prop. Lenny must have left. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up in the production. What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something important. If you say so, we can ask him what's going on. as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay?
Hey, lazy bones. What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the
Sorry! We're going right away!
जब जाओ तब देगा शायद।
Surprise!
Ah, you must be the catch of the day. Looks like you've got some luck getting assigned this space.
Yep, we just arrived yesterday.
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you. Working around these machines can be very dangerous. Do your job well, and you can eat in the cafeteria after your shift. Get sloppy, and you dine in the infirmary. Anyway, the Fortress of Meropide doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also doesn't want to waste—
Got it!
Your job is to use the machine over there to process widget. Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance with your fist. Here, bring me the process widgets, and I'll give you some credit coupons in exchange.
Once the widget is hot enough to blow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the... So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem.
क्या टक्कर है तक I'm coming. I'm waiting.
So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem. Once the widget is hot enough to glow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the hammer. You got this! Great! Now we can report back to the foreman and give him...
Huh. This one is tolerable. Though, since the processing is done by machine, alright, I'll pass you for now. And we'll count up how many credit coupons you've earned.
Paimon's exhausted. We're done. Ugh. Even though Paimon's starving and wants to head, he probably just finished up his... Lenny? Mr. Magician? Where are you? Oh, this had better not be some disappearing act. Doesn't seem to be around here. Let's try looking somewhere else. Where could he be? Did he decide to slack off and sleep the day away?
Hey, over here.
Oh, you scared Paimon! How did you appear out of nowhere like that?
Oh, you scare so easily now? Is there something worrying you?
Oh, you little... The only thing...
Sorry.
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be...
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here.
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Now hurry up and tell us, how did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court to prove you were innocent.
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident to attract a big crowd.
And then?
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with the entire audience watching, their wallet suddenly disappeared.
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him in his crime.
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet. We just need to see how long it takes to discover.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the
Leave it to Lenny to magic himself into prison.
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely everything if you were angry about it. So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the House of the Hearth's interest, we were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
Told you so. See, Paimon?
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the Fortress of Meropide, some even say that the entire fortress exists just... The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, trying to uncover its mysteries. But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished. And if not, we believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here. Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's gnosis.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work.
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's Gnosis might be in the fortress of Meripede and is...
So it's all about the Gnosis again.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two?
Bingo! The name has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came here to... Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Child's predicament as a means of pressuring. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere. Almost like
sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is...
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve, and Snezhnaya might even be able to...
Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation? The relationship between the Harbingers must be...
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress. As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our hype...
See, I told you.
Is that so?
Lenny seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since, or I should say, we were really looking forward to teaming up with you.
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right then, there's no... Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the fortress of Meripede has a forbidden... Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, we were able to confirm the existence of the forbidden... You should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where Child disappeared to? You're right.
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating those as quickly as we can. Anyway, look at the time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something to eat.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Paimon's starving after all that work today.
Step on up!
भाई नीचे क्यों जा रहा है ऊपर जाना है मेरे को वो वाले लिफ्ट से जाएगा क्या ये
Over here! Surprise!
क्या पागल है क्या
Oh, he wasn't kidding. Today's meal is nowhere near as good as last time. Oh, who knows how long it'll be until we're lucky enough to get that soup. Forget about it then. We'll just deal with the... But life here doesn't seem all that bad. Other than the...
You think so, mate? If I had a coupon for every fish who said that. Seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life up on the surface. If you take things at face value, then by the time you reach a dead end, you won't even know how you ended up on that road in the first place. I like your attitude. Everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules and not cause any... What they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The truth is, this place has a lot...
Huh? Hidden rules?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them or not, once you break one...
Really? Oh, now you're really scaring...
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing would be one of the better outcomes.
Oh, you mean that if there really are hidden rules, then child's disappearance might have... in that case, would you tell us some hidden rules? We definitely...
Come on, mate. This is valuable information.
Paimon understands, but we don't have many credits.
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Just come talk to me after you've saved enough. Moreover, you're new fish, freshly caught, and completely out of your element. What'd be the point in even telling you anything before you've gotten a handle on your new lives? Come and find me. I'm usually around the Rag and Bone shop. Just call me V-Doc.
He left. Just like that. Huh. Do you think he's just trying to scare us into buying... Yeah. It might be a good place to start, but like he said, we don't have any coupons and we're still not familiar with this place. Ah, we were so busy talking we almost forgot to eat. Even if it's not the best, it's probably better...
Over here!
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Surprise! Over here!
So Paimon just confirmed with the guards that our shift is set for every morning, and we're free to do whatever we want all at. But it seems like most of the other inmates choose to continue working through the after... Oh, and they also said that you can use coupons to skip work in the morning and free up your time. They weren't kidding. Credit coupons really can... Oh, Paimon's so tired. Nighty-night, traveler. You seem to have something on your mind. Did you dream about something last night? Is that even possible? Unless... Oh, child's vision! So you had it with you this whole time? Maybe the vision connected child's consciousness to yours. And our investigation has its first major breakthrough! Good thing you brought the vision with you here. So what did you see in the dream? Do you know where child went? Huh. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be a bit more helpful in the future. What's more important now is that it's the start of another new day as prisoners. Let's do our best to earn more credit coupons. What's the plan for today? Huh? You want to spend our coupons on slacking off already? We'd better go to work and earn some more coupons first. We'll have more room to relax. Let's go! It's time to start working. If that guard Fielding catches us skulking about, he's sure to give...
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a-wasting. Your job is to use the machine over there to process these widgets. You step on the pedal when the timing is right. If the machine gets jammed...
I'm on speed. But after so many shifts, it's...
Hey there, fellow shiftmates. I saw you finished your work, so I thought I'd come over and say...
Oh, hey there! We've seen you before.
That's right. The name's Rowan. This past few days, I couldn't help but notice the new faces working nearby. I've been working here for almost 15 years. Even the foreman,
Whoa, you've been working here a long time, Chief. Hey, not so loud.
If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask me. I know the work here in the...
Alright, Chief. We'll be sure to come to you first.
Did you just ask about the... Pretty sharp for newcomers. You've already heard about the rules, huh? Who'd you hear it from? Alright. Seeing as I'm the one who came over here, you're already calling me Chief. The truth is, you two keep working like this, you might be putting yourselves...
Huh? Wait, there's even a rule about that? What would have happened?
Well, it's usually not that easy to break one on accident. The conditions of the hidden rules are usually pretty specific. But once you do break one, if you work continuously in the production zone for 3 days, and if all you do besides eating and sleeping is just work, then something bad will happen during lunch on the 3rd day.
Huh? Like what?
If I knew that, then I wouldn't be standing here talking to you, now would I?
You mean, even you have never tried working?
There's actually a legend about this rule. They say that there was a worker who worked way harder than me. He was both efficient and eager on the job. And one time, he tried to test his limits and worked as long as he could. Then during lunch on the 3rd day, he disappeared into thin air, as if he'd evaporated. Later, some people went and asked some of his past friends.
What the? How could that happen?
Unfortunately, we were assigned different production zones. I never saw from...
Wait, are you thinking that it was... Huh?
Oh? You... Listen, kid. This ain't the kind of thing you should be curious about. Let me tell you, you're better off forgetting...
Yeah, I agree with Chief here. Do you really want to try? Whoa! Isn't this the super lucky meal? Look, Paimon's gonna take her time and savor every afternoon. Yeah, Paimon felt like some of the people here were a little